My last video was on like the woo factors, so I'm going to continue with that on this one and talk about some stuff that I didn't mention in the last video. I didn't really want it to be too long anyway, and I forgot about a couple things. This is just UFO stuff, and you know, UFO just means unidentified flying object. And okay, anyway, there's a lot of things that I've seen as far as UFOs. Uh, a couple hours before daylight and a couple hours after dark is the best time to watch satellites. You know, you can see satellites. They just move north, south, east, and west, and they just move across the sky. Well, I've seen some that move, you know, like this, like somebody doing the side stroke. If you do the side stroke when you're swimming, I've seen some of those satellites that looks like a satellite, and then they'll just turn and go another direction. I've seen some that look like they hit the atmosphere and then split off like this and go in two different directions. I've seen some that look like a top spinning or a penny spinning. You spin a penny on a desk and it kind of moves like this, and it doesn't really have a pattern and just kind of, you know, moves around. Like, and then about 6 months ago, I saw a disc shaped, looks like the ones on Mars Attacks, man, like the ones from the 50s up in the sky. I'm sitting here watching it, and within about a minute, I watched it leave a little chemtrail about that long in the sky, and then I watched the chemtrail spread out like these ones that they do, you know, before the rain, like a couple of days before the rain, and they spread them out with the low frequency waves. You know, I've been a musician for years, worked on equipment. I've sit there watching an oscilloscope and stuff enough to where I could see, oh, well, that's a G, there's a E. You know, I could tell the notes because all the notes, when you run them through a oscilloscope, or when you put vibrations through sand on top of like a bass amp, get a bass amp and sit some sand on a plate, they take shapes and stuff, and you can see these shapes. And you can tell what city it's coming from. It's like, you know, the ripples are going this way. Oh, well, they're blasting it from Fort Smith. Oh, over here, oh, bam, the ripples are coming this way. They're blasting it from Tulsa. Anyway, the silver disc left a chemtrail about that long in the sky, and then it spread it out, probably using low-frequency waves, and then it went above it, I assume to hide. That was a cool one. That was probably the clearest one I saw, and I saw, man, that is a fucking disc-shaped fucking thing. But the really neat one that I saw, I was working security. I used to be level 4 commissioned officer in the state of Texas. I was off of Old 90, north of Houston. This thing, it was right after dark, and there was no planes in the sky. It was the day after September 11th. September 12th, there was no planes flying. Which is why I noticed this thing. You know, I'm sitting around, I'm like, wow, you know, it was cool, you know, and I was just thinking about 9/11, thinking, oh, the terrorists and shit, before I knew everything I knew about 9/11, and did the research. I was thinking, what the fuck, and then this thing come across the sky, coming from the north, going south towards downtown Houston. It was coming south, and it was going pretty quick, man, you know, pretty quick. I have never seen a satellite move that quick, and I was like, well, that was cool. You know, there's no planes in the sky, and then all of a sudden I heard, and these two jet fighters are coming this direction towards like Ellington Air Force Base, down towards the south of Houston, coming this way. And these two jets are fucking hauling ass. I've never seen any jets or fuel vehicles move this quick. And these things are hauling ass, and then here comes this thing again. This thing comes this way, and man, it's going quick, man, and them jets are going. And they're trying to catch up to it, and there's no way they're going to catch up to this thing, man. This thing was hauling ass, man. And then, you know, later, maybe 15 minutes later, the jets went back. But they were chasing this fucking thing, and man, this thing was hauling ass, man. And I know I'm not the only one that saw it, man, because there wasn't any planes in the sky, and people had to see those jet fighters. They had to hear those jet fighters, and they had to know that that's the only planes in the sky, those two jet fighters, because everything else was shut down on September 12th. And anyway, I just thought I would share that too, since I was on the subject of woo yesterday and weird shit, just to let you guys know that I'm not just, you know, a skeptic against, you know, everything. I've seen some shit, brother. I've seen some spiritual type of shit, you know, that would fucking fuck you up too, you know, shit that I don't even like to talk about, that I think I should talk about with a fucking shrink or something, man. You know, so I'm not just you know, the guy that's just against not believing in anything. You know, I mean, I've seen some shit, man. You know, and I'll tell you, I don't mind telling you, I don't give a fuck. You know, oh, well, Travis is going crazy. I don't fucking care what anybody thinks about me, except for my close friends and family and shit. I'm not trying to make a bunch of money. I'm definitely not trying to be the fucking Bigfoot guy. You know, if you wanna find a Bigfoot guy, you're looking in the wrong place, man. I don't even like walking up the trails anymore, man. You know, I used to walking my dog and shit, but you know, I don't even enjoy it anymore. You know, I don't even go up there by myself anymore. I never go at night. Anyway, I just wanted to share those UFO experiences that I've had in my life. You know, thank you.